birthday.
So you see, everybody bends the truth now and then. It's not a crime.
But I lied to Kirsten. Now she hates me for it.
Then tell her the truth.
I can't. If I tell her the truth about the money, then she'll find out the truth about her father.
Gray. These are black. I look like Buddy Holly.
You get in the kitchen and eat your slop before I spank that little pin Fanny.
All right, I'm going. Oh, sorry. That's the way they used to call us for dinner at the home.
Such a charmer. He and Sophia are really getting along.
Can I tell her? Glenn asked Dorothy to marry him.
Do it. Oh, marry him, Dorothy. Even if you have to sign one of those prenatal agreements.
Oh, I'm so happy. Am I...
Not until after we slice my looks like chocolate, tastes like spice, you'll wish you had a bigger slice marble cake. You know where it got its name?
No, give me my present.
I'll go get the candles.
Rose, I gotta congratulate you.
Not too late. Don't try to stop me, Dorothy. This curse is bigger than both of us. Well, bigger than me. I'm only doing this because I love you.
What is it, Sophia?
I saw Dorothy and Miles kissing. I said I saw Dorothy, your friend, and Miles, your fiancé.
Rose, not that I care, but since you've already gone to so much trouble, just how did having plastic surgery ruin Olga's life?
Oh, it didn't ruin her life. It almost ruined St. Olaf.
Happened.
He's filling in for Willard Scott on the Today Show. It seems Willard ate some bad scallops on the air that he got through the mail. He wandered over to the critics' corner and lost his cookies on Jean Shannon. Jean thought it was because Willard...
Oh, Blanche, there you are. Listen, honey, I have a favor I have to ask. Oh, no, forget it. You're just gonna laugh.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. You'll just turn it into one hearty laugh at my expense.
Now, Dorothy, this really hurts me. I will not.
You won't even giggle?
No. Feet on the ground. I gotta hand it to you, Blanche. You handled it better than I thought you would. Oh, well, to tell you the truth, I'm not thrilled, but as long as they're in love and happy and I don't have to call her Mommy, I can live with it. Oh, hello there. How'd you do?
We came in second.
Oh, that's terrific. What'd you get?
Treated badly.
Hello? Is this Miss Beatty? I beg your pardon? Well, do you have a brother, Al? I see. Well, I must have the wrong number. I'm sorry.
Wrong number.
Right number, wrong.
I have a surprise for Dorothy.
What? Now that you're off the blood pressure medicine, it's working again?
My God, Sophia, is there anything Dorothy didn't tell you about us?
Actually, yes. I didn't know she was pregnant till 4 days after the wedding.
Ever sat through in my life.
Really?
Yes. Because we were so good. I was. You gotta have a good straight guy.
Terry, as the director, could you talk about the pilot, how it's...
Miles, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Oh, it's quite all right.
Oh, I just had to get away from all those men in there, all demanding my attention.
Well, I understand.
Oh, I mean, all those guys, they're just hanging on my every word.
Golly, that must be annoying.
Not really. Where's Rose?
To keep those earrings my entire life, like my mama did. And my grandmama. And my great-grandmama, who fashioned those earrings herself from the Civil War bullets that killed great-granddaddy.
Blanche, you don't tell them their father's dead.
Now look, Big Daddy didn't sound sick when I talked to him. He was just missing me. And Virginia's always accusing me of not being there when the family needs me. This is just her way of getting me to rush home. Believe me, everything's fine.
Well, Just the same, Blanche, I think I better go to Atlanta with you.
And this guy's nobody. Beat it, Al.
Oh, my God, what happened?
Oh, don't worry, she'll be fine.
Of course you will, honey. That phony hair color won't come out just because you got caught in the rain.
We saw love story and terms of endearment.
She sounds pretty terrific. I bet she's gorgeous, too.
No, the daughter had a nose job and she had her mother's nose. Evidently, it was a honker. Are you all right?
Oh, no thanks. I'm doing what we all should be doing, dieting for the Bachelorette auction next Saturday.
Not all of us. I told you, Rose, count me out. Now, even if it is for charity, I am not going to stand up there and allow myself to be sold to the highest bidder like some Holstein cow at a livestock auction.
I don't want to turn around. Do any of you see a fedora in the window? I don't. Good, I lost him.
Lost him? Lost who?
This guy who keeps following me all the time. Apparently he's English. I met him down at the center. He's got the hots for me. As much as an English guy can get the hots.
So, baby, and he's running a very high fever. Could you come over right away? No, this is not Blanche playing a joke. Thanks, Harry. Thanks very much.
He's coming right away. Oh, dear, I better freshen up.
Blanche, he is not coming over to look at you. He's coming over to look at the baby.
Please, it's time to present the Friends of Good Health's Best Friend of the Year Award. But before we go any further, I have an announcement to make. Don Johnson, star of Miami Vice, who was originally scheduled to be here, will be unable to attend.
To you. But we happen to love her, so we want to know how she is regardless. So from now on, I want to be informed every hour on the hour. Do you understand me?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll see that you're kept informed.
You were magnificent.
I have my moments. What do you want?
Listen, check with me later about the weekend. I just want to be sure I'm ready and that it's right.
I'll give you a ring.
I can't accept jewelry.
I mean, I'll call you soon. I'll call you Rose soon.
Blanche?
Rose, look. If there's $500,000 in the statue fund, why can't they just take 50,000 of it to save the town?
Because that's the statue money.
Well, there won't be anywhere to put the statue if there's no town left.
Wow, a loophole.
Hi, it's me, Dorothy and Stan.
Got him down to his trust. I've seen his trust. It's impressive. The first time he showed it off, I thought he had a turkey platter in his pants. Besides, today's my day at the hospital. You're not feeling good? Please, I haven't felt good since Hugh Downs left the Today Show. That's got nothing to do with it.
Hey, look. Problem, we have to find out what Sophia and Angela are mad about, and then force them to sit down and settle it. It's like that old Scandinavian saying, you can let two angry mackerel fight it out in a purse, but don't ever plan on carrying that purse to a formal affair.
This month, he couldn't set the handbrake on my wheelchair.
Grandma, that was just a coincidence.
Please, all 3 times was at the top of the stairs to the Flatbush subway station.
Mama, if Salvador hates you, why does he want you to come here and live with us?
What?
Salvador and I would like you to move in with us.
Forget it. I am not moving in.
To me like you had a lovely morning.
Oh, it was. But it made me a little sad. I realized how much I'm going to miss her. We've always been so close.
I know what you mean. I used to be the same way with Michael.
Used to be. I thought you two got along great.
Oh, no, it's not that we don't get along. It's just that we think so differently. You know, I think it is time. You're making this whole thing up just to rub it in. You have never met these people.
Jealousy is a very ugly thing, Dorothy. And so are you in anything backless.
He rips the guy's throat out. Look, Look, I know you've seen this movie 6 times, so you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. Does this mean you've decided to run away instead of going to see that judge? Well, I can't make you change your mind. Wonder who that could be.
Probably my date. Now, don't make a fuss over him. Your fiery Latin entertainers have a very short fuse.
Happy Valentine's Day!
I thought you were sick.
I know. And for the life of me, I can't imagine why so many people have abandoned it.
Boy, neither can I.
But if you just want to be friends.
No, I mean, can we try again? Maybe start over?
I think I'd like that.
Well, car's all packed and I'm ready to go. Rose, before you go, I just want to give you a little advice. Sometimes in life, you start out down one path. Suddenly, the wind changes direction, and you find yourself swimming upstream, looking for new horizons.
Ma, what the...
Go.
To meet with Gloria Steinem and Betty Friedan and Marlo Thomas. They're going to drink white wine spritzers and try to figure out how to fry your wandering male behind.
Dennis.
Kate, we have to talk.
She has nothing to say to you. Dennis, now get out.
Mom, you don't have to speak for me. Dennis, get out.
Kate.
My cat was named Lindstrom. I used to make it for him on his birthday and other holidays.
Wait a minute, your last name was Lindstrom. You named your cat Lindstrom?
Yes, it was less confusing for him.
I'm gonna clear the stuff from inside.
She's something.
A real pistol.
Energy she has. Look at this meal she made us. Just
Miss Devereaux. Blanche Devereaux.
Sophia, honey, you really ought to go out on the lanai. You're missing quite a shower.
I'm not missing anything. Where I'm from, the marriages are arranging. I have this because of Ma.
Oh, Ma. Life isn't just valued by the money you leave. It's the memories, the love. And you filled my life with that.
You're right, Pussycat. And I should want to see... Have I played what?
All right, Rose, have you finished writing my campaign speech?
Check.
Sent out the invitations for the party?
Check.
Made my appointment to meet with the refreshment committee?
Check.
Good.
I embody the values of truth and honesty for which the award stands.
What happened to Emma Immerhofer?
She was disqualified when they found a skeleton in her closet.
What was it?
Mr. Immerhofer.
This thing isn't solid gold, is it?
Oh, no, you just peel off the gold foil and it's... I have to have the professional services of Dr. Escobar. He'll be back from lunch in a little while. Why don't you have a seat? Mr. Thompson, you're next.
Excuse me, Rose, let's go, honey. Ma's waiting out in the car.
I'll only be a minute. Have a seat. The ugly women. What are we going to do?
Nothing. They sound great. If we pretend that nothing is wrong, maybe no one will notice.
Hey, did you get a load of those queens on the bandstand?
Keep your voice down.
What for? You think they don't know they're queens?
Girls, I think we're a success.
Congratulations. For a nude body.
Nude? The statue's going to be nude?
What did you think? He'd put it in a rain poncho and a fireman's hat?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Dorothy, can you believe it? 10 grand for this piece of junk.
While you were sleeping, I've been thinking, and there's something I really have to know. You said you chose God. How could you do that when it meant giving up your own child?
Rose, I never knew there was a child. It was only after you were living with the Lindstroms that I found out what happened to Ingrid. By then, I didn't want to interfere with your new life.
Well, Doc, before you get started, I just want to say that I love this woman. And although she's angry, I believe she still loves me. So please, please, Dr. Halpern, help the two of us put this crazy marriage back together.
Put the marriage, back together. You told me we were coming here. Is that it makes no difference at all in her life. It is just a concept. It is not based on reality. That will cheer her up.
Nothing will cheer me up. It has rained on my parade.
Oh, Dr. Parks, come right in.
Who is that?
The vet.
Dr. Parks, I don't believe you've met Blanche.
Well, no, he has not, because I certainly would remember it if he had. Well, I want to thank you.
Go.
And it happened during a big rainstorm.
Rain.
Yeah. Which caused a mighty flood that covered all the land.
Oh, come on. Blanche, nobody in his right mind is going to believe this story.
This is going to St. Olaf.
Which caused a mighty flood.
Stick around a while.
Get rid of him.
I think he's coming down with the flu.
Who cares?
Don't explain, Rose. I used to live with a couple of bitches myself.
I don't think you realize how very much you meant to him, or how very much you meant to me.
To you, I don't understand.
I didn't have a wife or a sweetheart back home. And when Charlie would read me your letters, I felt like, well, that someone cared.
Listen, I have an idea. Why don't you all take turns hitting me with a 2x4?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
I think Marguerite's been inhaling a little too much Pine Sol.
Wait a minute, Dorothy. Weren't you just saying this morning how much better you're sleeping lately?
That's right, you said you...
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
See, I came around to your side.
You gave him money, didn't you?
It's not like it's...
Say over to her. I'm her friend.
But there's nothing to tell her. This is just some crazy hunch.
My hunches are never wrong. Mrs. Gandhi would be alive today if she had taken my call. I'm going to tell her.
You are not. I will not let you.
Stop crying.
Imagine dumping me for an emergency appendectomy. Just hate it when these doctors use the Hippocratic Oath as an excuse for everything.
Blanche, it was his appendix.
Sorry that took so long, Dorothy. Shall we sit down?
Yes, let's.
Say over to her. I'm her friend.
But there's nothing to tell her. This is just some crazy hunch.
My hunches are never wrong. Mrs. Gandhi would be alive today if she had taken my call. I'm going to tell her.
You are not. I will not let you.
Stop crying.
Seconds, I was in love.
And he asked you out.
Yes, we're going out to dinner tonight. I cannot believe how excited I am. I mean, he's practically a stranger, and I'm crazy about him. I haven't felt this way about a man ever before.
Oh, honey, you've been hit by the thunderbolt. Love at first sight. It happened to me once.
Well, I see I must explain. You see, in this statue, I wanted to convey strength and character, so I chose Dorothy.
I knew it.
Then I dropped her.
Like so many before you.
I decided I needed more sensuality and vitality, so I turned to my sketches of...
God, Gil Kessler having an affair.
Oh, you're kidding. With whom?
Well, they don't know her name, but look, they hid in the bushes and took this picture of her from behind going into his house.
I don't believe it. Wait a minute, that looks like Blanche's red dress.
I was dating the Navy. I never met anybody like you. Jake, is it my imagination or is there a tattoo in the shape of a nose on your arm?
Yeah. I got that when I first joined the Navy back in '51. I was just a kid. I was drunk out of my mind. Unfortunately, so was the guy who...
And a pinch of baking soda.
Ma, that looked like an awfully big pinch.
Who cares?
Thank you, Rose. That was a wonderful story.
I'm only half done.
I passed a kidney stone once that was less painful than this.
one summer, I worked up enough nerve to check out the latest Nancy Drew mystery, and Mr. Minky was stamping my book, and his...
I would have expected my three best friends to understand that I'm just not ready yet.
But Blanche, the doctor said you could do everything you did before.
That's all very well for him to say. The doctor's not me.
Blanche, what are you saying?
I've made a decision. Blanche Devereaux has given up sex.
So your wife had triplets.
That's wonderful.
What are they?
That's when 3 babies are born at the same time.
Look, I really appreciate you all taking care of Emily, and I am sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, she was no trouble at all. She was just a precious little angel. Well, it's time to go home now, Emily. Certainly has...
We used to have the most wonderful ones back home. I can remember sitting out under a big old tree with the Darcy triplets, Hank, Bo, and Dove, eating and talking and laughing. And then long towards the end of the meal, why, the boys always got into a fight over who was going to get to lick the barbecue sauce from my fingertips and kiss away the little droplet of butter that always...
I gave myself a perm and took up jazzercise. You bought a car without telling me?
How can I explain it? When I sat behind the wheel, people noticed me. People paid attention. That car was a chick magnet.
That is it, Stanley. That's it. Yes, it is. Officers?
You brought the cops?
That's right. I came prepared. Officers, shoot these people. You heard me. I'm a taxpayer.
You should be angry because I didn't sweep under the bed.
Gee, you're really a good liar.
I know. That's why I'm studying to be a lawyer. See, I'm going to school at night, and the only time I have to study is when you all go out.
Madame, your trout. Sir, your water.
Just a moment, young man. This is a special night, and I have decided to treat myself. Just take this water away and bring me an iced tea.
With as many notches you must have on your garter belts, it was bound to happen.
Oh, Rose, honey, are you all right?
I was booked. Fingerprints, mugshots. I'm a known criminal. I'll never be able to go back to my hometown again.
Oh, honey, nobody back. Sing a number from my new album.
Yep, she's ready. We're gonna do everything that we can.
Thank you. But wait just a second. Come here, Kirsten. Kiss me goodbye.
Mom, don't say that. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here, kiss Mommy.
I pass.
Me too.
I'm not touching that.
I mean, I put on 12 pounds just from dinner alone.
Let's go for a walk.
Right, burn it off.
Are you kidding? After what we ate, we'd have to walk...
You were dumped by the man of your dreams. It's not surprising that today you'd be a little irritable.
I know, but to be upset about Stan, I'm so embarrassed. I mean, it's not as if he means anything in my life.
Honey, I know exactly what you're going through. Believe me, I do. I'm just so glad we had this little talk. Oh.
Hi, Rose. Blanche around?
She's just showing the girls some makeup tricks before we go to the movies. Anything I can do?
No, thanks. I just need to talk to somebody.
Oh, I get it. You have a problem and you don't think that I'm sufficient. There, I knew you could do it.
Oh, I've just been so dumb about this whole thing. Should have respected what you wanted to do.
You really mean that?
Yes, I do. Let me drive you to the airport, and we'll think up baby names on the way.
Great. I'll go get rid of the cab.
Oh.
Sing together.
Oh, come on.
Let's try it together. When the begin.
The begin.
That's perfect.
I understand, God. I know these things happen. What? Well, if you want. You dirty rat!
Dad, you look so sad. What's wrong?
God says it's not your time yet. You gotta go back, Sophia.
But I want to be with you, Adam.
Good old Mel, the only person I can always count on. Dear Blanche, when I heard of your death, it made me realize you don't know what you have till you've lost it. So I'm back with my ex-wife, Love Mel.
Now that's in exactly the same position.
Not exactly. I'm 5 years older, and nobody wants me around.
Oh, honey, we want you around. We just can't afford to pay you.
Rose, look at me. Rose, listen, you are feeling sorry for yourself. Sure, you're 5 years old.
My goodness, no, I would have simply died. What, oh, you don't...
Easy,
oh, my
easy,
God. But the only things I ever saw were the animals on the farm. You know, the bulls and the horses.
Tough act to follow.
I've known in my life.
That's not all. There's something else I don't like about him.
What?
I don't know. It's a hunch. I can't put my finger on it, but if I could, I would have to wash it.
Ma, do me one favor. Stay here until we're finished.
I can't believe you think your own mother would embarrass you.
It's work in pairs. I don't know what the church is coming to. I thought it stopped with bingo. That was no nun. I work for a consumer protection show. We've been warning people about this for months. Once these scamsters have your money in an envelope, they make a swear.
A bag of fries with that ranch house burger. I don't know why. It doesn't trip naturally off my tongue.
Sophia, they took half your day's pay just for that?
This manager is a shark. He's bucking for supervisor. He told Mildred and Edna they could only take 10-minute bathroom break.
No, I did not order 40 fry pans. It was 40 bedpans. I'm sorry, you were telling me.
What we wanted to talk to you.
Sorry. Hello. Oh, good. Tell him to drop it off at the South End loading dock. Right. I'm so sorry. It's always like this.
I've got a job over at Captain Jack's Seafood Shanty.
Why?
I need money.
I'll give you money.
Big deal. You give me an allowance. Who do I look like, Dennis the Menace?
Look, Ma, you're 81. Now, working all day in a fast food place is too much for you. I absolutely forbid it.
Really, Warden? What are you going to do, send me back to that crummy old folks' home?
And you wind up with worthless paper. They prey on the old and the gullible. Are you calling me gullible? No?
Feeble. If I can find the living room.
Dorothy, what just happened? Well, weren't you listening? Sophia came in and asked Dorothy to drive her to the mall for a blood pressure test, and then Dorothy told Sophia that they had a date to go out to dinner Friday night, and then Sophia said that she and the...
This is just the operator. Your phone is working fine.
Ma, what did you hear?
You're never gonna believe what happened.
You are never going to believe what happened. Yakamura decided not to buy the house. What happened? Well, he went on a shopping spree and he spent all his money. He bought a deposit.
Joe. Well, I tell you, Dr. Bud, I really am sick. I have chronic fatigue syndrome. That is a real illness. You can check with the Center for Disease Control.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
Well, I'm glad. At least I know I have something.
I'm sure. Well,
you can tell because they wear cowboy hats and drink wine spritzers and drive Volvos. Blanche, who do we see about our table?
Well, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever been here.
Well, howdy, Blanche. Hello, Blanche. Ladies.
No, I'm wrong. I think the...
You're going to take it right back.
Dorothy, this is a sign. Maybe I'm supposed to make a miracle. Hey, maybe this is my shot at getting into the Bible.
Ma, the Bible is a done deal. Now, you can't keep it.
Medicine is still a man's world. So, if it'll make you feel any better, I used to be a man.
What?
Just a little female Dr. Humor.
All right, so what's the verdict? Yes.
I love you.
I love you too. Goodbye, pussycat. Fasten your seatbelt, slut puppy. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk.
Let's go home. Okay, girls, let's go.
Good.
Blanche!
Dorothy, I just can't take my eyes off that man's body. I want to see more.
He is covered with oil, wearing a loincloth.
So, kids, what's going on? Well, Doc, I have some news. I sort of slept with Dorothy's sister. Hey, you're off the monkey. Mazel tov.
Oh, my fuck me.
You do this for free.
Then be grateful. Anything happening?
Yeah, we got 3 in surgery, 2 in x-ray, and you have to deliver these on your break.
In your dreams. I'm a sunshine lady, not a teamster. Now get the hell out of here and let me do my work.
Oh,
Forget the Dr. Blanche. Call the paramedics. What is taking them so long? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure they're doing the best they can.
Cafeteria was closed. This is all I could find.
Thanks, honey.
Any word on Sophia?
His nose is dissolved, but it's definitely Fred Flintstone.
They're my vitamins.
Rose, I'm sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, don't apologize.
But I misjudged you, Rose.
No, you didn't. Here are my pills. I took one last night.
But Rose, you got... Gloria and Philip were both afraid that Candy would persuade the old man to change his will. And they both hoped that pinning the crime on the other would make them the sole inheritor.
Well, there you have it.
And how about a big lunch?
My God, you're Mr. Burt Reynolds.
I hope so, otherwise I got the wrong underwear on. He's the roommate you told me about?
Yeah.
Which one's a slut?
Okay, I got unpacked. I got a valise full of clams about to go bad.
Hi, Dorothy.
Don't talk to me.
Hi, Blanche.
Don't talk to me.
Look, I know you're both still angry with me, and you have every right to be. But I hope you could...
Became an assistant basketball coach. Then I became a teacher. Then came the priesthood.
What do you think you'll do next?
Would anybody care for more coffee? I have another pot brewing.
Oh, yes, let me give you a hand, Dorothy. Excuse me.
You know, black is your color.
I only breastfed you for the first 2 years of your life. You want to talk disgusting? That's disgusting.
All right, enough already.
Don't take it out on me because your date dumped you on Valentine's Day.
Edgar did not dump me. He and his lawyer were called out of town on urgent business.
Oh, please. The man sells bird baths for a living. What happened? A sparrow slipped into suing him?
Lisa, I'd be delighted to do it.
beautiful.
Guess what? I'm going to be in that commercial with Ma.
Dorothy, I told you I don't want a bunch of strangers traipsing through my kitchen.
We'll pay you $1,000 a day.
Allow me to give you the grand tour.
Oh, no, don't come in here.
Women here.
I like that in a man. I'm Blanche, and I have lovely eyes.
I'm Derek, and the pleasure is mine.
Derek, listen, before we go any further, there's something I have to know.
Yes?
Are the English really as bad in bed as they say?
Morning.
Good morning, Rebecca.
I got up early and did some research. There's a sperm bank not far from here. How convenient.
No kidding. Do they have a drive-up?
Blanche, I didn't know you went out. Are you coming back from a date?
You know, Dorothy, sometimes you can be so cruel.
Any if you didn't have a date, how come you're so dressed up?
Well, I sat down and tried to think of a surefire place to meet men. It was so obvious, I couldn't believe I hadn't thought of it before. The hardware store.
Ladies, in her all too infrequent letters, Blanche has spoken of you both in glowing terms. I feel real lucky to get the chance to know you personally.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
You'll have to excuse Rose. Every time a man speaks Southern at her, she goes all stupid.
I wish we had packed a bug spray.
Girls, I've got our whole day planned tomorrow. After breakfast, we're going to go out on a glass-bottom boat. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll tour an old Spanish fort. And then with a backbone.
Oh, it really was a surprise.
But it's Dorothy who has me worried. She just looks so confused.
I can't figure out her problem.
I'm having a little trouble with that myself.
Pussycat, what's so terrible about accepting a present from Stan? God knows he gave us all plenty of misery.
Maybe he's trying to tell you he's sorry.
I have...
What a shame if I die now. I'm too young. And I'm wearing the wrong underwear.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just me. I had to get in quickly because when I... Bed hopper.
Don't hang up on him. That man cares for you. Hop. Hop. Go with your feelings.
Glenn, I thought I told you I don't want to talk to you.
That's right. If he wants to talk or hop, let him do it with his wife.
Don't deny your passion. It's unnatural.
Look, Glenn, you are making this... Doctor, we have been together for 5 years, and we're just getting on each other's nerves.
Why? Why is that?
Because Dorothy is impossible to live with. That's right.
The real problem is you, Blanche. You are selfish.
Oh, please. Everybody says what a giving person I am. She's talking...
That's our Blanche.
I think I'll take a stroll past that new mini-mall they're building.
Why?
Passing construction sites is good for your morale. The sound of guys in hard hats making that sucking noise through their teeth.
Don't move!
That handsome fellow you see back there with his hand in the air is Brian Kingsley of Boca Raton. With him is his best buddy, Barney, a basset hound you'd swear was a member of his family. As we move closer, you'll notice Barney's collar matches Brian's Rolex.
I'm just tired of getting all dressed up, looking gorgeous, going out, only to lose out in the end. On the other hand, I am dressed up, and I do look gorgeous, and it is Gringo night at Hernando's Hacienda. Oh, that is the most insensitive thing I have ever heard.
P.S. Sorry I missed your birthday. Happy 68th.
It doesn't say that.
I know, I made that part up.
Ma, why are you always trying to aggravate everyone?
To relax.
Your temperature seems to be normal. But tell me, Sophia, are you taking your medication as directed?
I take my medication every day, if I remember.
You have to remember to take it every day.
Now, I'll see that she does, Dr. Clayton.
Elliot. Well, ladies, it's been a great pleasure meeting you. And Dorothy, it's been a special...
When that door opens, you can see right in there.
Who cares, Blanche? We have more important things on our minds.
Take a load off, Rose. We're here. Alley number 7.
Wait a minute. What are y'all doing here? We're supposed to be sharing this alley with the Nielsen twins.
They had to...
Nope, she's still mad at me.
I'm not mad, but if I were, I'd have every reason to be.
Rose, come on now. You're about to swallow your chin.
It's just that the invitation to dinner should have come from me.
I asked you 3 times in this past week to invite Dr. Newman to dinner, and you always put it off.
I didn't put it off.
Maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct. Talk to me, too.
Oh, thanks, Blanche, but it really involves Dorothy's friend.
We're going.
Only the biggest jerk I know just turned down my invitation to the charity banquet.
Ma, if he's such a big jerk, why'd you ask him in the first place?
Because he's the only guy my age who doesn't wear his pants up to his chin. I hate that.
Personally, that never bothers me. It just looks so painful.
I really am. No, at first I wanted to give up, to die, truly. Only time I ever felt worse was when George died. But then I had the kids with me, and I pulled through it. This time I thought, well, this is my last chance. This is my last hope for happiness. I just thought I'd never feel good again.
How long is this story? I'm 80. I have to plan.
Meanwhile, we really should get going.
Well, I'll call you next week, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye, sweetheart.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, right.
She just can't.
She's a grown woman, Rose. She can do anything she wants.
But why is she leaving? Isn't she happy
Well,
here?
I guess she thinks she'll be happier with Gloria.
Well, what about us? Who's going to keep after us and make us linguini and tell us stories about Sicily?
I don't know, Rose. Maybe Mary Poppins has an Italian cousin. By tomorrow, Grandview will be gone, and we'd have to drive all night and stop at a motel, and we all know how you hate to drive.
Well, I found a way around that.
Hey, Blanche, I figured out this treasure map. It's buried somewhere outside Atlanta.
Let's roll.
Let's...
Rose, she is the surprise.
Oh. Now, they haven't seen each other since Angela moved back to Sicily 30 years ago.
Oh, that's a wonderful surprise.
Now, look, I'm going to need your help. I want you to help set up the party and keep Ma out of that.
It isn't easy, but I'll try to serve with love.
Bravissimo, encore, date me.
Blanche!
Well, he was good.
For Louis the Ice Pick.
Ma, you said Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah, right. I slept with Charles de Gaulle. I could have been the first lady of France, but I married your father instead. A man who cleaned his toenails with a shrimp fork.
I'll turn her in, Dorothy, but first, go out there and take care of those men.
Blanche, I have to take care of my mother.
I can't take care of both Miles and the men.
Oh, Dorothy, please do this for Blanche, for me.
Oh, all right.
Now listen, I don't want my plan to go to waste. I still intend to date Jane. Why does she keep crying like that? Oh, she probably just misses her mother. Needs to hear a feminine voice.
And what was I doing? My Ben Gazzara impersonation?
Why don't you let Blanche try it? You and I aren't having any luck.
Me? Oh, heavens, no. I don't know anything about that. No, I can't.
I dreamt my Uncle Giuseppe came down from heaven and was pointing a finger at me. I think it was a finger. And he was warning me if I did a certain thing, I wouldn't get into heaven.
What thing?
Try murder.
It was just a dream, Sophia.
It's not just...
Cheese!
Now smile.
We'll save a lot of time if you just do it.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
I never got to go to the junior prom in St. Olaf. How come? It was just for people named Junior.
It does not belong in a song.
Miami, you're cuter than an interuterine.
Yeah, Rose, no.
A cow. A chicken, a goat, a lamb, a rooster. No, 2 roosters. A pig. There's a man with a gun.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
How would you like to go home for a little while and spend Christmas Eve with your family?
Oh, I'd love to. But listen.
No, if you trust us, we'd be happy to watch the place while you're gone.
Ooh. Can you cook?
Are you black?
Blanche's miracle beauty treatment is made already. Honey, you will be transformed into a totally new woman. Okay, you ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, my God, I look horrible. Oh, Dorothy, it's you.
Oh, well, now I'm sure he's not dead. Rose, go look.
Come on, Dorothy, he's sleeping. I don't want to wake him.
You could light firecrackers in his nostrils. You won't wake him.
All right, now, Rose, go on. I don't want dead people in my house.
That's L.A. law.
I wondered why Susan Day didn't have a French accent.
Girls, what am I gonna do? I got a call from a soldier who just returned from the Persian Gulf.
Don't fall for it, Blanche. Sal didn't come home from World War II till 1950.
About our policy in Guatemala. About death, Rose.
Oh, death.
Are you prepared, either of you, I mean, really
Prize for miracles.
Why do I even ask you?
I'm your mother. I'm going to tell you whether you ask me or not. By the way, the sleeves are too long.
No, I'll ask Rose to shorten them.
If you can find her. Ever since that guy hit town, she spends most of her time out polishing his shillelagh.
My Rose and Bud.
You shouldn't have any problem.
Are you kidding? This is gonna be just like fishing in one of those trout farms.
May I have this dance, Sophia?
I got the time if you got the dime. I'm all yours.
We don't even look like ourselves.
What's your point?
Ma, you are not helping matters. We are trying to think of a way we can make ourselves look better for that party.
Okay, let me think. It's too bad we're not back home. There's no place like Sicily.
Why do you say that, Sophia?
Because in Sicily, I could solve this whole problem. I'll get it.
Honey, why don't you just take a sleeping pill?
Oh, I don't like to take pills. I get slap happy and say silly things.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want that to happen.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
What do you want?
Dorothy, livestock don't get chauffeur-driven limousine rides to fancy 4-star restaurants in the Symphony afterwards. Except during St. Olaf Bicentennial.
Rose, I am not going. It is degrading.
Dorothy, come on now. Don't be a stick in the mud. It's for the children's hospital.
And your brother Phil won't fight to see who gets them.
So that's what it feels like to be an heiress.
You're not cutting up the obituaries, are you? I want to make sure my canasta game is still on for tomorrow.
I'm looking for a job. They cut off Charlie. Over there, send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the drums rum-tumming everywhere. Say movements. Eine kleine Nachtmusik.
That's right. How did you know that?
Well, they always play it during the chases on the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show. There was this one where...
We have a place to go home to, and so many people don't. We should keep them in our hearts and our minds, not just on Christmas, but every day of the year.
It's more than a place to go. It's having someone there for you. We have each other. There's always someone there.
That's right.
That's right, darling. So let's go home.
You'll think about next week, Rose.
I will, Arnie.
Talk to you soon.
Well, it looks like you and Arnie are getting pretty serious.
He's 97. We're both very relieved. The catheter's no fun.
So, what do you think?
I think I'd be thrilled if I could pee at his age.
What about our marriage? I'm worried about us.
What are you talking about? We're great.
I don't think we're great.
Hi,
Rose. She okay? She's having open heart surgery.
Oh, no.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, come on, Dawn, I'll take you.
And bring back some of those paper seat covers. Hey, you collect stamps.
I knew it. I knew she was going to marry him.
But next week?
At our age, long engagements don't make sense. I have to go to bed.
Where will you live?
Because Mother's dead, you two could never stand the sight of each other.
I had forgotten how much you look like George, how much you sound like him.
Oh, I can't help it. I'm his brother. Aren't you going to introduce me?
To who? Oh, where are my manners? Oh, Jamie, these are my friends Dorothy and Bill. Well, I've decided I've been acting foolish about this whole thing. I guess I still look pretty good.
Pretty good. You look terrific.
I know. I also decided to try and be a bit more modest, but in this case, that's like lying, which is worse. So you're right, I do look terrific.
Oh, well, thank goodness that's over with.
Check him out. Dorothy's a smart, attractive girl, but when it comes to picking men, she's all thumbs. But she's clean and she's got good teeth. Cannoli?
I had to tell somebody, and I couldn't wait another minute. Glenn asked me to marry him. Stanley. He said he was being shipped off to Korea and would probably die, and it would mean so much. That was my part of the war effort. It took 3 seconds. I wasn't sure that we had done anything, actually, until 9 months of any of this. I am out. I am selling my half of the building.
Fine, I'm glad. I'll tear the dump down and turn it into office space for Spornak Incorporated.
Fine.
Fine. Just don't blame me that it means throwing your uncle out on the street.
Stan, that's blackmail.
But it's got a certain logic. So, business partners?
I have no choice.
Hope you like medieval food.
I love it. I'm just glad I didn't have it for lunch.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my lady. I'm Don. I will be your fool for the entire evening. Would you like to know about our specials?
I don't...
Look at that. She likes me.
Oh, thank God. Emily, pack up your diapers. You're on your way home. Ma, why didn't you use your key?
I left it home. I thought it would weigh me down.
He can belch out the chorus to Sweet Georgia Brown on one Dr. Pepper.
Well, I'm going to go talk to Swin. I'll just let him down gently. In the old country, when a woman dumps a man, at 20, a man is at his peak, and a woman in her 40s is also at her peak. So when the two come together, hot damn!
Lorraine, if you want a young man, fine. Just make it a young black man. Why, I could name 10.
My bullhorn. Oh, this is the only thing I have left from my one day as a mountain rangerette. Hey, you! Get out of the pass. This is avalanche country.
What about this? You still want this old camera?
Where did you find that? That was Charlie's camera. And
It's started hitting him with your purses?
Hey, he was cheating on me.
He got off easy. Back in Sicily, if Uncle Bruno had heard about this, boy, would he have been in hot water.
Ooh, what would Uncle Bruno have done to him?
You're hard of hearing? She just told you. He would have put him in hot water.
Well, at least something good came out of this. You two are close again.
Yeah.
He pinched me.
It's a reflex. He's Italian.
Adesso incominciamo con le cose semplici.
We'll start with the simplest of jobs.
Installare la finestra.
Installing the window.
There's so much. You know, the only thing that makes me sad is leaving you and Ma.
Come on now. We gotta get you ready. Do you have something blue?
Do veins count?
I want you to have this hanky from St. Olaf. It's got a little blue embroidery.
The Donatello triplets, ladies and gentlemen. I'll bet those boots have more miles on them than... Joan Collins' waterbed. Her waterbed.
Someone sitting here?
Cataracts or glaucoma?
I can see there's no one sitting here. I was just being polite.
If you say so. Me, I've got both cataracts and glaucoma. The glaucoma I handle with drops. For the cataracts, I had surgery.
Well, there are just dozens of ways to seduce a man. Hundreds, maybe even thousands.
I think that you should forget the ones that involve swinging naked from a door frame.
You need to get him in a romantic situation, Rose. Why don't you ask him to take you away for the weekend?
I think we should... Ingrid Thurman stopped.
What was she writing?
She wasn't. She was giving birth to Hans and Franz, the twins. And she stopped right in the middle, right after Hans.
Well, what happened to Franz?
He stayed in.
You couldn't slip through your fingers now if you used a shoehorn.
Oh, my God.
Blanche?
Ham Lushbaugh. Just look at you.
What else can we look? When she gets off the phone, we're going for lunch. I'm tired of listening to these lousy Mother's Day stories.
Sophia, don't you have a Mother's Day story?
I said I was tired of listening to lousy Mother's Day stories. I wouldn't mind telling a good one. Picture, Brooklyn, 1957. The second Sunday in May. Dorothy had gone to pick up my mother and I was getting the house ready.
Around here. And besides, you have your own friends, don't you?
Well, I've sort of lost touch with my new beach friends. Well, that's okay. I'm a loner. A rebel. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually living right on the beach. Hi, Sophia.
Rose, I was just telling Sophia what a wonderful day we had.
Wonderful, my foot. Blanche, you saw that dolphin all tangled up in that tuna boat's net. Thousands of them die that way each year. We have to do something.
You are absolutely right. From this moment...
I love borrowing his clothes.
Did you like wearing boys' clothes growing up?
No, but fortunately, neither did my brother Phil.
And one little girl wet her pants. That girl in the puddle was me. I have never told that to another living soul, Rose. You see, I thought I had overcome...
Honey, I'm sorry. I know you meant well.
I'm not crying on account of that. I'm crying because we're all going to die and I still have so many things to tell you.
Like what?
Like, once I read your diary. You what? It was an accident.
She was really some character. Oh, look at us.
Oh, boy, your father sure looked stupid.
Stupid, Ma, this was one of your favorite pictures. Oh, Pop looks so proud.
The idiot's dressed like an organ grinder.
Yes, he is. Remember, we had no money.
Finally, the women took matters in their own hands. They dragged her to the outskirts of town, threw her on the ground, and asked her, why? Why would you do such a thing?
What did she say?
What else is there to do in this godforsaken village?
Mom, what does this have to do with Lucy?
Not a thing. It's the only
Preference.
Look, Rose, I don't think this is going to work out. Now, we are out all day. Puppies need care from someone with a knowledge of loving and nurturing. And let's face it, that is not Ma.
Bingo.
Twyla.
How's he doing?
I'll be honest, right now, Squeaky Foam has a better grasp on reality.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Rose. I can see your house from here.
Really? Where?
Number 3, they act cranky.
Ah, the hell with you. Get your own car.
And number 4, they usually laugh out of context.
What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, I thought you said, my dog has no nose. Well, how does he smell? 6 more numbers? Seal Kessler's jumping up and down, shouting, I'm rich, I'm rich. Of course, she also does this every Thursday morning on the boardwalk to attract men. Frankly, I think the whole thing was fixed. That's why I told Father Donatelli I'm going to ask Hugh Downs to investigate. I guess they sent you over to shut.
The Argentinian cowboys whipping things while they ride naked on the back of Brahma bulls.
I have to remember to stop using your towels.
It happened to be Popeye.
Hiya, Jake. What can I do for you?
We like the best table in the house.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, this is great, thanks. And we'll have the usual.
All right.
Are you sure this is the best table in the house?
Did you get us plenty when you sat down?
No.
And this